Russian actors influencing the 2016 U.S. presidential election by the Mueller special counsel was brought to the American people by none other than Deputy Deep State pitchman Rod Rosenstein, paving the way for a rocky reception for the commander-in-chief's meetings with the Queen of England and Russia's Vladimir Putin.
They targeted state and local officials responsible for administering elections, and they sent spear-phishing emails to people involved in administering elections, including attaching malicious software. The blame for election interference belongs to the criminals who committed election interference. We need to work together to hold the perpetrators accountable. And we need to keep moving forward to preserve our values, protect against future interference, and defend America.
You say there's a possibility that the NSA was the one who hacked the DNC and somehow gave it to Julian Assange?
Well, that's the whole point. I guess there is a possibility of that simply because they've got the emails. They collect them through the Fairview program, which has almost 100 taps on the fiber network inside the U.S. distributed with the population. They collect content and metadata at the same time. So it's all there, and they have it already available. And FBI, by the way, has direct access to those databases.
Given that the NSA clearly doesn't have the evidence it would have if it happened, and that it couldn't have been hacked over the internet, then why is everyone in government still pretending that's what happened? That's the confusing part to me.
Well, I guess it appears that many people are emotionally tied to this agenda to tie the Russians with President Trump and the Trump administration. One way or the other, they want to do it. So it's hard for them to give up that argument. I mean, it's like they're emotionally stuck with it. So, I mean, we in VIPs try to look at things just straightforward. What are the facts? Find the exact facts in the case, and then make a decision from that, not from other agendas driving us or anything that's motivating us to do or say things that we can't substantiate with facts. So, and that's the problem. You see, everything that's come out about this issue hasn't been backed up by facts at all.
Rosenstein now faces the writing on the wall after it was revealed that Congressmen Mark Meadows and Jim Jordan will file impeachment documents sometime next week. This after Rosenstein and undeniably biased FBI agent Peter Strzok's unyielding disdain for congressional oversight of the unfolding soft coup of President Trump.
And I want to know why you won't give us what we've asked for.
Sir, I certainly hope that your colleagues are not under that impression. That is not accurate, sir. And
it is accurate. We have caught you hiding
Mr.
information.
Chairman, can we allow
Mr.
the witness to answer?
Meanwhile, on Face the Nation, Trey Gowdy continues to play both sides.
Are you going to sign on to this effort to impeach Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein that House Republicans are talking about putting forward this week?
No. For what? Impeaching for what? No.
Inappropriate.
I've had my differences with Rod Rosenstein.
You agree with the president's assertions, and they do seem aimed here at discrediting the Mueller probe.
I don't think it's a witch hunt. I've never thought it was a witch hunt. We now have two series of indictments against Russians, one for the social media, the other for the unlawful intrusions.
While Jeff Bezos' Washington Post announces Rod Rosenstein should be our next president. The deep state is up against the ropes, and their desperation will only increase. They will, of course, continue their theatric ruse, playing Americans for fools, when in reality, according to Carnegie Mellon's Dov Levin, an academic from the Institute of Politics and Strategy, as Channel 4 writes, Levin's research details how there were 117 partisan electoral interventions between 1946 and 2000. That's around 1 of every 9 competitive elections held since the Second World War. The majority of these, almost 70%, were cases of U.S. interference. Almost 2/3 of interventions were done in secret, with voters having no idea that foreign powers were actively trying to influence the results. Well, it takes one deep state to know the other, doesn't it? Yet all President Trump wants to do is put an end to the backstabbing.
Why do you think that? Is there something you admire about him? And the second question, because you're just about to go to the UK.
Well, he's a competitor. He's been very nice to me the times I've met him. I've been nice to him. He's a competitor. You know, somebody was saying, is he an enemy? No, he's not my enemy. Is he a friend? No, I don't know him well enough. But the couple of times that I've gotten to meet him, we got along very well. You saw that. I hope we get along well. I think we get along well. But ultimately, he's a competitor. He's representing Russia. I'm representing the United States.